Hey folks, this is a work in progress, and I'd like to welcome you back to the 7th episode of this series. My fixation, or I guess the goal or the objective of this series, isn't too much focused around the hardcore Valheim and the gameplay elements of this. I think the gameplay just allows me a medium to talk about some ideas and stuff. But it's not completely irrelevant to the things we're talking about. I think it's a good, you know, catalyst for what I'm trying to do here. And I hope that comes through. So, from my perspective, I began recording just after I did a little bit of work. This has actually become sort of my decompress time where I can explore ideas and still feel like I'm moving forward. And that's what I think all of us need to do. Like, I began the last episode with the talking about the desire to change and all the work we have to put in to improve, but we always forget the times where we need to just decompress and just give ourselves that mental break. It's too much to like with these really lofty goals, we want to try to rush to get them done, but they're going to take time and it's going to take a while before we can really see growth and improvement. So this is sort of a reminder to all of you to just decompress sometimes. Don't feel guilty about taking a break or, you know, having guilty pleasures. Video gaming is sort of a guilty pleasure in essence, just like something that isn't completely productive, but it's a just a nice way to just escape for a little bit. And I really do think video gaming is one of the purest forms of escapism. We kind of just let our minds go to just be absorbed and immersed into an environment like this, where we're not so focused on the kind of surrounding pressures of our lives. It's kind of interesting how video games has become sort of a modern interpretation of meditation. Even though we're not really focused on ourselves, we're at least kind of not escape. I guess meditation is the idea that we live in the present, and I'm not sure if that's a direct correlation to what we experience while playing video games. And that's even more interesting to explore. I really do think we should. The gaming community is massive, um, and with the introduction of Fortnite, really, and sort of Minecraft as well, um, there's been huge appeal to video game. To I don't know how he ran. I was just stealthing my way through, but there needs to be a stronger examination of this medium and the benefits, the risks, because I think with any hobby, um, it can, depending on the person and a lot of different circumstances, it can become destructive, um, especially if obsession comes through, and that's one of the scary things about MMOs, really. And even though they're my favorite genre, I know that they present a good risk or a substantial risk to people to invest their time into. Um, and that's sort of the scary part. Like, you want to bring, like, so I play World of Warcraft. I bring people in and want them to play so we can have a coherent team to play with and we can actually do, like, group content. That's all fine and dandy. It's just that um, what I'm essentially asking people to do is you know, waste their time to improve in an arbitrary video game. It's a very cynical way of looking at it, but um, if someone isn't, and this is actually honestly a self-description, if someone isn't if someone isn't perfectly responsible, which I'm not responsible whatsoever. I have responsibilities, but I'm a chronic procrastinator, and um, we have to think: do these video games actually enhance our lives, or kind of feed into bad habits? And I come at this from as a person who's grown up with video games, who's really a lot of my development came through just me playing video games. Just trap myself in a room or in a world for God knows how long, and that was it, man. Getting a little, oop, okay, there we go. Happens from time to time, but yeah, it's I really do think we should somehow, as a collective, really discover like and outline the foundations of video games. And we can analyze game theory from a mathematical perspective, obviously, but we haven't done it through a qualitative means of how this is actually affecting us. And um, obviously, we have some of the positives that I've been outlining. Um, the enhanced of skills and critical thought, and there's a lot of interesting things that games teach us. But are they a net positive at the end of the day? I think that's something you have to question. And that's what I hope to be answering now. Surprised that one didn't actually notice. Wow. Playing a little careful, but yeah, to bring us back to the game a little bit, I still have these ideas of stockpiling. I want to kind of just give ourselves a lot of supplies to work with, so we have a good foundation. I'm not going to keep just running through and trying to speed run everything and make myself look like a god. I'm going to play it slow and methodical. I want character number 3 to, last a little bit longer. So we'll see what happens. I can't promise any good or bad gameplay, and that's what I'm going to try to remind myself of. I'm not really trying to impress in a gameplay sense. I don't think that's my objective whatsoever. And I imagine it's very easy to backseat game because I don't play absolutely perfectly. I kind of I'm high and just exploring the world, to be honest, and that's good enough for me. I want to be a little careful just getting into this mountain. I could have got this guy if I was more diligent on him, but I was more scared about the potential of the mountain coming upon me. But so we have an Ecthair stat thing here, and how many trophies do I have? I have 2, so I actually can do an Ecthair attempt. It actually might be a good call right now. I'm not worried about this base. We're kind of nomading, but I'm actually okay with that. I'm gonna eat a little bit more healthy food, and I think we're gonna make an attempt on this guy. This is round 2, out of 3 characters, that's not too bad. Let me just finish gathering up everything. Again, one of the like what I really applaud this game for is they try to avoid power creep as much as possible, and that's a really interesting. Oh, this is actually a 1 or 2 star. Hold on. Oh, it's easy. It's over. See you later. Okay. I really applaud this game for making every biome worth it. It seems as though like all the materials kind of help you throughout every step of the journey. And that's why I'm kind of stockpiling now with a lot of resources, is because I know I'm going to need all this stuff. So here's our fight. I don't think we're going to need armor too much. I think we could just send it. I gotta remind myself not to play like an idiot. I'm gonna eat my last piece of honey. So might as well use it. And yeah, I think we're good. Whatever. Alright, I might have to focus up a little bit for this one. I gotta make a little tangible step in our journey here. It's this knife gameplay. And honestly, redoing content actually, I'm getting a little lag there, but that's okay. Redoing content actually kind of makes me a better player anyway. It's kind of repetition that will make me a little bit better as a player. And honestly, not putting in the prep that I would usually need for this fight. Um, I could sit here and go farm like a bow and leather armor, but you know what? All I need is my rag tunic and a knife, and that's it, man. It's a good way to challenge yourself, honestly, by limiting yourself. Um, that's ooh, that was pretty cool, even though I missed the roll. Um, it's a really interesting way of to experience a game again, and that's why I'm also showcasing the hardcore elements of this game, even though this game doesn't really have a hardcore function, you know. Um, and it's a very simple change. It's obviously a self-imposed change, but it makes the experience all the more interesting and investing, honestly. The once you realize that you only have one life. Wow, he hit, oh yeah, 18. I think that was, I remember that from last time. But with once you realize that you only really have one life and you have to play pretty precise, I'm playing like an idiot because I don't have too much invested in this character right now. I do definitely have a lot, but you could tell I'm not really. If I'm able to talk during this, I'm not like ridiculously. I'm gonna back out from that. So it's definitely I definitely have to discipline myself a little bit more too. It's gonna come down to that as well. But I think this is easy enough. And the nice part is, um, because I don't have too much damage, or I guess I don't know how the calculation works. My point is, my knife skill is 17. That feels pretty good. Number's kind of big, so we're happy about that, you know. All right, let's wrap it up. Big swing, and it's easy as that. Oh, okay. I do need to clear up an inventory, so I'll see you later, dandelions, and I'll see you later, rag tunic. I'll just be naked for now. I guess I had some low extra inventory, but okay. So we're gonna have to run back, activate this, and then I think we're gonna set up this 4 copper vein. That was interesting. And we got a lot of extra time in this video, so let's actually make some tangible progress. To focus on the conversation, not the gameplay. Um, I can still farm up on the way. This guy noticed me, but he hasn't moved. Oh, I might get it. I might get it. Okay, no, I'm not getting him. I might still. Nah, it's not even worth. Because I want to get up my deer hide a little bit. I know I've been kind of just running at him with a knife. It's definitely not the most optimal way to kill them, but you know, it does its job well. I'm gonna go run over. I'll go to the shrine first. Wait, did I even get the head? Oh my god, I didn't get the trophy. Hold on. That's rough. Hey, you know, this is also why you have to double check and triple check things, is because I would have made that whole run without anything, and I would have been real sad. I like cleared inventory for it too, and I guess it just was like, nah. Yep, there it is. Like the most massive thing ever, and I somehow miss it. Gimme. But it's another piece of executive functioning you kind of learn from video gaming, because you know the risk benefit, or I guess the cost, or some smart shit there. I don't know how to articulate that part perfectly, but you know the investment I have to take 2 minutes to go walk over here. I gotta make sure I got my stuff before I'm actually ready to go. That's a piece of executive functioning. And to center back, I really do believe we should take a more of initiative to um, explore video games. Video games have advanced so drastically for like, was it 30, 40 years, honestly, or whenever Pong was invented, and how we went from that, like, almost like minuscule amounts of data to things like this. Like, we need to understand how and obviously the studies haven't, and I don't know if there's really been studies, but um, there hasn't been an analysis um, that's ever kept up with that exponential growth of development in video gaming, because something like this is vastly um, more complex and dense than anything made back, um, 20, 30 years ago. And we haven't really put in the research to understand what this complexity does to the brain and how investing it or how immersive it is, or you know um, like it's so fascinating, and I wish we spent more time into it. Let me grab this. I'm gonna make a little quick campfire. We're gonna chill for a second. We're right out here. We're right here. We're resting. Take a little seat. Take a breather. Wherever I am, looking at a wall, and taking a sip of coffee. But um, that's another objective I'll try to kind of focus in my work through this channel, and um, more throughout. There's definitely, I had a feeling I was getting maxed on raspberries. I don't need that trophy. See you later, bro. Just a little lag. I might have to figure that out later, but whatever. I'm not too worried about it. Swoop. And again, still kind of even farming the basics like flint. I haven't even upgraded a lot of my flint stuff, so I want to really keep stockpiling. And I kind of know how much I need, but I want to. I like over farming pretty hard. If it's there, I get my little dopamine hit, a boom, and you keep going, dude. Like, um, it's actually, and I'm definitely no specialist in what I'm about to say, but it's very fascinating how elements in these games, and then obviously other stimulus, are able to create chemical reactions in our brain that say, okay, hey, that makes me feel good when I hit E on a piece of flint and it goes into my inventory. It's very satisfying. It's a little nice, little like feedback. And it's interesting how that actually interacts with our development or whatever, really. Um, but hey, we got Ecthier down again. Let's get our little Ecthier buff. What do we got? We're at 17. Hey, we got another 5 minutes. Might as well move on. Let me actually, I'm going to eat a pretty stam heavy food. That's fine for now. Just so we can run the whole way. I am wet, but you know what? Whatever. We're not going to play to peak efficiency. Okay, I don't mean to be punching this guy, and I really don't even mean to be killing him because I'm just booking it over anyway. I want to do, I do want to start setting up a base, and I'm very tempted to set it up right here. This 4 copper veins that close together is massive. I know it's not a very safe area, so I might go on the edge. We'll kind of see where I want to set up. I want to be. I could chase this guy pretty easily. Wasn't a one shot, but this is it. Okay, never mind. One more. This is the good thing about the knife. Just little quick jabs. That's why I can kind of avoid making a bow right now for those who are experienced in the game. I should also try to explain that. Ooh, this is a mushroom field if I've ever seen one. Apparently I don't have mushrooms. Wow. Weird. I thought I had some, but I guess I made it eat them all. Ate them all. Whatever. Hey, after talking for so long, you're not going to be perfect. And that's also another thing we all got to realize is screw perfectionism. It's an unattainable goal that just makes us feel like shit. So, hey, self-confidence and all that jazz. You know what I'm saying, dude? But hey, I also am gonna jump a little bit to get my jumping skill up. Get a little bit more dopamine going. Oh, jeez. So I'm probably aiming for right here to build. I have to make sure I'm not. It's a little hard to tell the split between the Black Forest, but I kind of remember. I like setting up a little safe base so I can farm and like we did last episode, we actually had boars really early, or the second character was it was probably the first character. The farthest I went, I had a little boar set up and I wanted to actually like tame them, but you know, didn't really work out very well. So this 4 copper vein is really nice for when we start farming, or start mining, to be more exact. Um, wow, the deer are just popping out of nowhere, and that guy was just like, yeah, you know, you just take me, bro, whatever, it's okay. I've lived long enough. My code has lasted long enough. Uh, so I'm actually glad we actually are starting to stockpile a little bit better here, and we'll actually have some foundation to work with. I have a little good chunk of wood. Um, we'll have to get a lot more than that, but you know, we'll see what happens. So the problem is I didn't really get to investigate this Black Forest too much, which I want to. Um, but I definitely need to set up a little bit of a base here before I venture, because I do want to actually get into like a really big structure, but I definitely need a temporary base for now, just as something to work out of while we're exploring. I just kind of want to see what's going to be safe right here. We do have a nice possible area here. So that looks like all Black Forest, which means this is probably massive. And we have a mountain here, which is nice. Just where I want to build is going to be the tough issue. 70 wood's pretty good too. And infinite raspberries is also feels really good as well. So I'm gonna here we go. So what do we got? Like a minute or two left. Let's get a small base going. Let's get some chests set up. Not gonna be anything extravagant, but it's gonna do just fine for right now. Forest base would actually be kind of nice. I actually might do something creative with this. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to explore this a little bit more and kind of really push the building system a little bit more. I'm also really glad I'm finding all these boars. I could have just tamed those two, but I like going for the quality boars. What am I missing on inventory? See, this is why inventory management is very important. I guess we have max for it. Oh wait, no, never mind. I don't even know why that wasn't being picked up. Okay. So let's go something like right here is fine. Really small base hidden in the trees. Gonna clear out some space real quick. I don't think I made a hoe yet. No, I didn't. Let's do this. We're gonna kind of speed build a little bit as we finish up for the day. Let me get just a really basic workbench going. And yeah, I'm cold, so oh, I don't have any stone. That's sick. Huge. Looks like this video is gonna go a little bit longer than usual. You know how it is. But I will find, I'm going to definitely kind of experiment with the balance of how much I focus on the game versus how much I focus on the, what's called, the conversational elements of this. Oh, actually, you know what? I could just do this. I don't need a campfire right now. I just want some light to play with. Doesn't have to be amazing right now. Really just basic. Oh, alright, we're gonna cheese it a little bit for a second. Just gonna set up this, a little bit of that. It's gonna be very, very not good, but that's okay. Station is definitely too exposed. It's gonna be like that. That's fine. Okay, we're still too exposed. I can understand that. Hold on. This is probably where we'll wrap up, like right here. Yeah, this is really not the most creative thing I've ever built, but it works. It's functional. Sometimes you have to worry about function, not form. So, okay, this is actually a good spot to end. We have a little campfire or just like a little setup here. We'll probably be playing through the night because I don't really have a setup here to sleep anyway. But we might as well play through the night on this one. Um, Again, I appreciate all for watching through. Um, and yeah, thank you for being a part of this journey. Um, I will see you next episode if you're welcome to join, or you are obviously welcome to join. But I wish you all the best and have a good one.